Hi everybody, Kimberly Crawford here for My Favorite Things Stamps, and today I want to show you how to create foiled backgrounds and die cuts two different ways. The first way I'm going to show you is using some toner sheets from Deco Foil. These toner sheets come 3 in a pack, and they are basically paper that you can use to foil. And the foils I'm going to use today are the Deco Art foils, and there are tons of colors in the store, and they come 5 pieces of foil in a package. And the last thing we need to do the first background is a foiling machine. Now you can use a machine like I have here, or you could use a laminator. Just make sure that you read the instructions for how to use yours. To start with, I've trimmed a piece of the toner sheets to 5 1/4 by 4, and that's going to be the size of the piece of the panel that I want to put on my card. I'm going to lay it out over the foil and trim it away. You see that I'm going to leave a little bit on the edges because I want to make sure that I have enough foil to cover the entire surface of the panel that I want to put on my card base. I'm going to trim a little bit of the extra away here, mostly because I want to save that piece and use it again later. Now that I've got my foil to the size I need, I'm going to open up the carrier sheet that I'm going to use to pass through my foiling machine. I'm going to place my toner sheet with the black side up. Then I'm going to place my foil sheet over the top, making sure that the color is facing up because that's the way I want it to foil, not the silver side. I'm going to close it, and then I'm going to insert it into my foiling machine. My foiling machine has rollers that grab and feed it through. And here's the fun magic part when you take it out and see that you've got this amazing foiled sheet. I'm going to trim away the extra just along the edges. Now, one cool part about the rainbow foil here that I've discovered is that it has a little extra piece of plastic over the top to protect the surface of it, and I really like that. It doesn't have that on all the foils. Look at the beautiful finish there. Now I'm going to use a toner sheet with my dies, and this is one of the coolest parts about the toner sheet is any of the dies you have in your collection, you can cut with the toner sheet and then go ahead and foil it. Make sure that when you're cutting it, you put the toner sheet face down. Here I have my thanks, and I'm just dropping my die to quick get my piece out. Save that sheet and use it again because it's a great extra little piece there. And there's my thanks. I'm going to do the same thing as I did with the entire panel for my background. I'm going to put it into my sheet, my carrier sheet, and then I'm going to trim up a piece of foil to size and pass it through my laminating machine again, making sure that the toner side is up and that the foil is the colored side up as well. When you feed your transfer sheet through your foiling machine or your laminator, don't force it through. Just allow it to scroll through. And now for the magic and the fun part, the revealing of your awesome new die cut piece. Look at how beautiful that is. I love the finish and the shine, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Look at how beautiful they look together. Now, if you don't have a foiling machine, you can create these gorgeous foil looks using some adhesive sheets. There's 2 kinds of sheets in the MFT stamp store, and today I'm going to be using the 6x6 double-sided adhesive sheets from Elizabeth Craft. I'm going to create a piece of cardstock that has adhesive over the entire surface, and the adhesive is what I'm going to use to adhere the foil to. Go ahead and peel the backing away from your adhesive sheet. Peel it only part way, because what it's going to do is it's going to allow you to make a lined up edge a lot easier. I'm lining these edges up of my cardstock and the adhesive so that I don't waste a lot of the adhesive. I want to be able to save these sheets because they are really great. I'm going to push the cardstock down into the adhesive, put the sheet back over it, and then I'm going to use a bone folder to smooth things out. I want to make sure that I get a good even coverage of adhesive all over the entire sheet of cardstock, because the adhesive I'm putting on the cardstock is what the gold foil or the rainbow foil or whatever color foil you're using is going to stick to. Trim away the extra. And make sure you use a scissors that's meant for sticky stuff because this adhesive is sticky and fantastic. Save those for later too. Now I have a piece of adhesive back cardstock. I'm going to remove the second piece of backing and expose the adhesive. And make sure you hang on to this backing sheet. It's helpful sometimes when you need to smooth things out. Over the top of the entire sticky portion or the adhesive portion that I've created on my cardstock, I'm going to place the foil. And obviously I'm going to place the foil color side up because that's the side I want to have showing. I'm going to gently smooth it out with my hand and trim away the extra foil. Now that I've got the foil on there, I'm going to make sure that it's completely adhered. I'm going to smooth it out and use a bone folder again to make sure that it's completely held down. Keep in mind when you do this technique that there is this plastic sheet here, and you're going to want to lift that up. I decided not to take my sheet off yet because I wanted to be sure that my foil was stuck down to the entire surface of my panel. Now I can remove the backing and I'm ready to use this on my project. You'll notice that the finish is a little bit duller than with a laminating machine, but I really like the antiqued look that it gets. Now I'm going to do the same thing again with my die cut image. I'm going to create an adhesive piece of cardstock that I can die cut my word thanks from. I'm going to create this the exact same way as I did the large panel. Now I'm ready to go ahead and die cut, but I have to keep in mind that I want the sticky side to be up because that's what I need the foil to attach to. So make sure that you are die cutting into the sticky side up. Make sure that your word is that way so that you get the word facing the correct way. Otherwise, the word will be backwards. I'm going to take the image out of the die, and because it's cardstock and adhesive in there, I'm going to use my little piercing tool to poke through the holes of the die and go ahead and carefully remove the paper and the adhesive. I don't want the backing to come off just yet, and that's why I'm being very careful with how I'm taking this out. I find this tool is really helpful for removing anything from dies anytime I'm die cutting. I also use the tool to take out the inside pieces that I need to remove. I'm ready to adhere my gold foil. I'm going to take the backing off and expose the adhesive again. I'm going to use the corner so that I save as much of my foil as possible for other projects. Make sure that you keep all your extra pieces of foil. Now you can go over this with a bone folder, or you can use the thin embossing pad through your die cutting machine to make sure that the foil is completely attached. And there we have our beautiful die cut word thanks using the adhesive sheets. This is a great look. It's a lot of fun. I love using my foils. Have fun foiling backgrounds.